I don't know about you, but I know about me. And I have to be real. Some rooms don't bring peace. They provoke those old patterns because every time I'm around my family for the holidays, I feel myself slipping. I get pulled back into that version of me that I buried years ago. You know, the one, the version that has to clap back because it's warranted. Trust, it's warranted. But the one that stands guard because there's always that one person that'll test you at every corner, the version that never got the rest totally in the peace that you're building, because there's always that one, two, or three that don't want to honor it. They don't respect it. See, I used to think that version was just me surviving, but truthfully, nah, she was exhausted. See, growth doesn't erase your triggers, it teaches us how to respond on purpose. So today, we're doing a full body, soul deep, internal GPS check in. Because midlife, it doesn't wait. And if you don't stop to listen to you right here, you'll stay following routes that were never meant for your joy. And we will not have that. So forget the algorithm and shift one. It's a mindset disruption. You're not behind, you're just being redirected. So forget the highlight reels, forget the feed that's feeding you, forget the filter, forget the noise that they call normal. If your body had a voice right now, what would it say? Mine said, you're not off track, you're off script. Let's reroute to peace. Because peace, it doesn't shout, it whispers. And you only hear it when you're still enough to listen. Where have you been shrinking to stay digestible? Ask yourself, who benefits from you staying muted? What part of you keeps disappearing every time? Ask yourself. And then try this. Mute three voices online or offline that don't speak to the version of you that you're trying to become. Protect your feed like you protect your peace. Not everyone deserves your frequency. Are you still scrolling through someone else's life because you've forgotten how to be present in your own? Shift two. You don't need another map. This is your internal truth. Stillness is a strategy. Everyone has a blueprint. Everyone, whether good, bad, ugly, whatever, they have one. But not everyone is building what you came here to build. You don't need another map, friend. You need a moment of stillness to hear your own divine reroute. See, midlife, it's not a breakdown, it's a reset. And your internal GPS, it doesn't need anyone's approval. However, it needs your attention. So, whose approval have you been driving toward that you no longer need? Was it mama, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whatever? What part of peace have you been postponing for applause? Try this today. Take 1 hour to unplug. I'm talking no noise, no scrolling, just you, your thoughts, and ask yourself, if I wasn't afraid to disappoint anyone, what route would I be taking next? I'm Miss T, and if you've been feeling drained, overlooked, perhaps stuck in your own life, good news. This is your midlife reset, and we are on our way to 500 subscribers, and I want you to be a part of the first wave. If you choose peace right here, right now, today, drop that in the comments if your boundaries were tested in this season, but you managed to choose yourself anyway. This is what personal growth after 40 really looks like, where emotional healing doesn't come from perfection, it comes from the permission that you gave yourself. So don't just watch from the sidelines, subscribe and join the movement that's rewriting the midlife narrative in real time. Shift 3. This is your mindset reset after 40. An empowered belief. You're not lost, friend. You're being rerouted with purpose. This isn't about quitting. This is about coming home to yourself. This is your mindset reset after 40, not a crash, not a crisis, just a quiet return to truth. You're not rerouting because you're failing. You're rerouting because your healing deserves that new direction. I'm talking more peace, more alignment, less pretending. So, what have you been calling failure that was actually a redirection? What exit have you been afraid to take, even though your soul had its blinkers on for months? I need you to try this. Say no to one thing that no longer fits. Don't explain it to anyone. Don't apologize. Let your no be the boundary your next level needs to rise up. Okay? You don't have to prove your growth with louder comebacks. You prove it when you walk away without needing to announce your exit. Because growth, it doesn't always roar. Sometimes it reroutes quietly. You ever drive somewhere out of habit? I've done this. Drive somewhere out of habit. And halfway there, your GPS says, recalculating, recalculating. That's not failure, that's grace. Sometimes your P says, turn left where you used to turn up. Exit early when drama's ahead. Take the scenic route because peace doesn't need to be rushed. You're not lost. You're just finally listening to the route that's always been there, the one that you came up with. So the next time your nervous system lights up around people who don't honor you have to say to yourself, we don't go that way anymore. We don't go that way anymore. We've rerouted. We're headed home. You ever drive somewhere out of habit and halfway there, that GPS says, recalculating, recalculating. Again, it's not failure, that's grace. Sometimes your P says turn left where you used to turn up. You get where I'm going with this? I repeated that because, again, you're rerouting. You are no longer the version of you that kept settling. You are not stuck in a story that someone else wrote. You, friend, are living your reset in real time. You are rerouting. You are the breakthrough. And here at Who's CTV, we don't wait for permission. We don't perform for approval. We turn lemons to gems. And this, my friend, was just the beginning. So check out the next video if you want to charge up, glow up, keep rising. Let's go.